In this video, I will explain Hitler's actions from 1938 that brought about the collapse of international peace. Hitler's actions till 1938 in Europe had made it apparent that he was revising the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. His step-by-step plan had made it clear that his next move would be no other than Sudetenland. The peace treaties at the end of World War I had created a new country called Czechoslovakia. There were about 3 million German speakers in Czechoslovakia. They were a large minority there and were known as Sudeten Germans. They were concentrated in the border areas, a strip of land known as Sudetenland. Nazis were very active in Sudetenland. The local Nazi leader, Konrad Heinlein, had claimed that Sudeten Germans were not treated fairly and with the support of Hitler wanted to create a crisis over Czechoslovakia. The purpose was to create a situation in which Czech government would be forced to hand over Sudetenland to Germans. The Czechoslovakian President Edvard Beneš was fully aware of the imminent threat to his country and appealed for help from Britain and France. France had signed a treaty with Czechoslovakia in 1925. According to this, France would give Czechoslovakia military help if he was attacked by Germany. However, in April 1938, there was a change in government in France. The new Prime Minister, Daladier, was not keen on the idea of going to war with Germany. Britain also shared the same idea. Hitler was sure that neither Britain nor France would intervene if he attacked Czechoslovakia. Hitler gained further courage when he was assured of Italy's support. On 30th May 1938, Hitler let his general know that he had decided to smash Czechoslovakia by military actions in near future. This was a bold threat from Hitler, as Czechs had a modernized army with state-of-art armaments. Central to their defenses was the Sudetenland, a heavily fortified region, contains key industries and railways. Hitler had initiated a crisis throughout Europe. There was a genuine concern that a war was coming. Negotiations between Czech government and Sudeten Nazis started to take place. Tension rose in early September 1938 when an incident took place. Konrad Heinlein had ordered local Nazis to attack Czech and Jewish targets. As a result of this violence, negotiations between the Sudeten Germans and Prague broke off. Heinlein left Czechoslovakia on 15 September. In Germany, much publicity was given to his stories of the mistreatment of Sudeten Germans by the Czech government. On 15 September 1938, Chamberlain attempted to resolve the crisis by meeting with Hitler. Hitler complained to Chamberlain about the treatment of Sudeten Germans. Chamberlain gave in to Hitler. At his initial meeting, it seemed as though Hitler wanted a compromise too. He moderated his demands, asking for only parts of the Sudetenland where a plebiscite showed that people wanted to be a part of Germany. However, at a second meeting on 22nd September, Hitler refused to accept the deal he had suggested a week earlier. He increased his demands. He now wanted all of the Sudetenland. Chamberlain tried to get him to compromise, but he refused. At this point, a war between Britain and Germany seemed a real possibility. Chamberlain started to mobilize his navy. On 28th September, Chamberlain was in the middle of a speech to Parliament describing the negotiations when he was passed an important note. The note told him that Hitler had agreed to a conference at Munich with representatives of Britain, France and Italy. The conference would try to reach a peaceful solution to the crisis over Czechoslovakia. There was a wild cheering among the parliamentarians who were relieved to hear that a war might be avoided. The Munich conference began on 29 September 1938. Britain, France and Italy decided to agree to Hitler's demand on the terms of the annexation of Sudetenland. Czechoslovakia was not represented at the conference. On 1st October, German troops marched unopposed into Sudetenland. The Czech President Beneš was forced to go into exile. Hitler had again achieved his objective by threatening force. Although Chamberlain declared Munich Agreement peace in our time, he at the same time had authorized a massive increase in arms spending. Hitler's policies had led to a renewed arms race in Europe. On 15 March 1939, Germany marched in and occupied the rest of Czechoslovakia. The Munich Agreement was shattered. Now the war seemed inevitable.